I'm Daniel. In my last video, I promised this one, the cruise cabin mistakes that cost travelers hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. Most people don't know what they're doing when choosing a cabin. They book based on price or what looks good online. They book what the cruise line recommends. They don't ask the right questions. Then they arrive at their cabin and realize they've made a massive mistake. These mistakes are completely preventable. You just need to know what to look for. I'm breaking down the 10 cabin mistakes I watch clients make over and over again, the mistakes that ruin vacations and cost money. Most importantly, the mistakes you can avoid. Think about this. You arrive at your cruise ship excited for a week away. You go to your cabin, and it's a nightmare. Noise every morning starting at 5 a.m. The view you paid for is blocked. The location is terrible. You're stuck there for the entire trip. These aren't freak accidents. They're predictable mistakes. Cabins aren't all created equal. Some locations are dramatically better than others. Some placement decisions ruin your experience. Most people don't know which until it's too late. The good news, you're about to learn what these mistakes are and, more importantly, how to avoid them. By the end, you'll know what to look for, which locations to avoid, and how to get the best cabin for your money. Let's get started. First mistake, booking under the Lido deck or buffet. This is the most common cabin mistake I see. On many ships, starting as early as 5 a.m., crew begin setting up pool furniture. Chairs scraping on the deck. Noise from guests using the pool and bar all day. The buffet operates late, often until 1 or 2 a.m., with staff cleaning, doors slamming, carts rolling. If your cabin is directly underneath, sleep becomes impossible. I had clients stuck under the Ocean View Cafe on a 9-night cruise. Noise started at 6 a.m. and lasted between guest traffic and buffet operation well past midnight. By the third day, they were exhausted. They begged to move cabins but none were available. To avoid this, always check deck plans carefully. Look at what's above your cabin. If it says Lido, buffet, pool, or bar, keep looking. Mid-ship, mid-level decks are generally best. Use resources like cruisedeckplans.com before booking. Second mistake, booking near crew areas. Those blank white sections on deck plans, they're not empty. They're crew elevators, laundry rooms, housekeeping storage, and service pantries. Crew shifts change between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. Doors slam, carts roll, conversations echo. I had a client whose cabin was next to a crew elevator. Every morning at 4 a.m., the elevator doors cycled open and closed with noise carrying into the cabin. He didn't sleep well all week. He tried moving cabins, but the ship was full. Most cruise lines don't highlight crew areas clearly in descriptions, so you have to study deck plans yourself. Avoid cabins adjacent to blank spaces or those specifically marked crew only. The best spots are surrounded by passenger cabins, quiet above, below, and beside. If booking online, check the deck plan and note whether your cabin is near white or unmarked spaces. Skip those cabins. Third mistake, booking obstructed view cabins without understanding what obstructed means. An obstructed view balcony can mean anything from a lifeboat partially blocking your sight to an overhanging deck, crew walkway, or even a complete blockage. Cruise lines don't show photos of the obstruction and assign cabins closer to sailing. Sometimes there's no recourse. The money saved by choosing obstructed varies, typically between $200 and $800 less than full balconies depending on obstruction severity and cruise line pricing. Sometimes partial obstruction still allows decent views, but completely blocked balconies effectively become inside cabins. Research before you book. Google your ship name and cabin number. Look on Cruise Critic for real passenger photos and reviews. Ask the cruise line specifically what obstructs your view. Some don't share exact details. An inside cabin may actually be better if obstruction is severe. Fourth mistake, booking a cabin with a connecting door to your neighbor. Beyond general noise concerns like the buffet or crew areas, connecting doors double the risk of disturbance. Thin insulation means you hear neighbors' conversations, TV, hair dryers, even arguments. Clients who accidentally booked connecting cabins reported nights spent awake due to loud neighbors. One had 4 teenagers partying next door until 3 a.m. and couldn't get relocated. Avoid connecting cabins unless booking both cabins for family. Most booking sites show this. If not, ask your cruise representative. If assigned a connecting cabin without requesting it, call the cruise line immediately for a possible reassignment. Some newer ships have improved soundproofing, but noise remains one of the top complaints tied to connecting doors. Don't risk it unless absolutely necessary. Fifth mistake, booking a cabin location that worsens seasickness. The ship moves most at the forward cabins. These usually cause the worst motion sickness. Rear of the ship cabins experience engine vibration and rocking. Upper decks sway more due to ship pivoting from the middle. Midship, mid-level cabins provide the best chance of steady motion. Many travelers report less rocking and less vibration there. If you're prone to seasickness, consider booking a balcony cabin for access to fresh air. It's a common recommendation to ease nausea. I once booked a client into a forward upper cabin. They spent the cruise medicated and miserable while also losing sleep due to persistent anchor noise. If seasickness is a factor for you, prioritize midship cabins on mid-level decks, ideally with balcony access. Sixth mistake, paying extra to select a specific cabin instead of booking a guaranteed cabin. Guaranteed cabins mean booking a category, but the line assigns your actual cabin 30 to 60 days before sailing. It's often cheaper by $100 to $400. You might be assigned an undesirable cabin, but if ship occupancy is low, upgrades can happen. Cruise lines often assign guaranteed bookings to lesser-used cabins first. If sailing is almost full, paying for cabin selection is better to get exactly what you want. If occupancy is lower, guaranteed bookings can save money and sometimes yield an upgrade. Ask the line for occupancy levels or check reports online to decide. Seventh mistake, neglecting to check deck plans vertically. Noise doesn't only come from the floor above, it also comes from below and beside. Entertainment venues above or below your cabin cause bass, music, gym noise, and more. I knew clients stuck under nightclubs and gyms, with noise waking them early and lasting late. Beyond checking for Lido deck noise, always look at what's above and below. Avoid cabins near theaters, gyms, nightclubs, and restaurants. Your best cabins are surrounded entirely by other cabins, quiet neighbors on all sides. Studying deck plans vertically before booking saves headaches and your vacation. Eighth mistake, booking a cabin too small for your group size. Cruise cabins are small, around 160 square feet inside, 170 to 190 square feet for ocean view and balcony cabins. Hotel rooms typically average 300 square feet. Cramping a family of 4 or 5 into 160 square feet is a recipe for frustration, lack of privacy, and cramped living and sleeping quarters. Two separate inside cabins are often less expensive than one family suite, giving more space, bathrooms, and comfort. Disney balconies average about 210 square feet, Norwegian balconies about 170 square feet, and Royal Caribbean balconies about 185 square feet, but sizes vary by ship. Be honest with yourself about comfort and budget before booking. Two cabins usually beat one cramped suite in value and livability. Ninth mistake, ignoring hidden costs associated with cabins. Base cabin fare isn't the whole story. Gratuities range from $16 to $25 per person per day, depending on the cruise line. For a family of 4 on a 7-night cruise, this adds about $450 to $700. Port fees and taxes are also sizable and often overlooked. Some lines charge cabin selection fees that can be $50 to $150. Wi-Fi costs $15 to $35 per day depending on speed and line. Specialty dining meals cost between $25 and $75 per person. Room service often adds fees per order. Budgeting for all these extras prevents surprises at the checkout. Always calculate your total cost, not just the advertised fare. 10th mistake, timing your booking poorly. Booking 18 to 24 months early can mean missing future price drops of 10% to 15%. Booking late, within 30 to 60 days, often leaves only less desirable cabins. The sweet spot is usually 6 to 9 months before sailing, overlapping with wave season, January through March, when prices and perks peak. Many cruise lines honor price drops if requested before final payment. Monitoring prices enables you to adjust your booking to the lowest fare during this window. Depending on occupancy, booking a guaranteed cabin can save money, but if the ship is nearly full, paying to select specific cabins ensures you get exactly what you want. So to recap the 10 mistakes to avoid. Under Lido or buffet decks, constant noise on many ships. Cabins near crew areas, early morning activity and door slamming. Obstructed views, check what's blocking your balcony and how much you save. Connecting doors, double the noise risk from neighbors. Wrong seasickness location, midship mid-level cabins reduce motion. Guaranteed versus selected cabins, occupancy affects which option saves money or offers upgrades. Not checking above and below, theaters, gyms, clubs cause noise. Wrong cabin size varies, avoid cramping your party. Hidden costs, gratuities, fees, Wi-Fi and dining extras add up. Booking timing 6 to 9 months before sailing is generally best. Avoiding these will save your vacation. Research the deck plans, know the real costs, and book strategically. Before booking, review this checklist carefully. Use trusted platforms to research deck plans and cabins. Look for real guest reviews and photos. Compare options to know what you're really getting. The description below has links to resources to help you book smart. Use them to find the best cabin for your money, check availability, and learn about shore excursions. These include affiliate links to my favorite booking sites and tools. If you use them, I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. If this video saved you from making any mistakes, hit subscribe now to not miss out. I release new content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. The next video will expose 10 travel agent secrets airlines don't want you to share. Drop a comment. Have you made any of these mistakes? Or found a perfect cabin on your cruises? I'm Daniel, travel agent tells all, and I'll see you on the high seas.